Good morning. So now we'll start. And we have finished chapter 9, files and exceptions. I will discuss first assignment, and then we'll back to next chapter 10th. 10th we have also, I think we have seen. Yeah. So we'll discuss assignment of 10th also. Okay, this section is K na? Okay. Yes, yes, okay. Okay, in minor assignment 9, you can see the first question. So first question is write a function that takes two file names, file 1 and file 2 as inputs, and the function should read the content of the file 1 line by line, and should write them to another file 2, after adding a new line at the end of each line. So what do you do? So first you will open, like, file 1 should already exist, and then you open file 1 in read mode, and then open file 2 in write mode. Then a read line you can use, right? Read line reads the each line of the content in a file, and then line when you will read, and you will write it into. So f dot write was the command function to write into another file. So you can see the code here. So first question, if you see, so this you can see what we have done. Defined a function 1, and the parameters are file 1 and file 2. So file 1 actually we already have, and file 2 we want to create. So we want to transfer the content of the file 1 into file 2. So we want to actually generate file 2. So f1 is we are opening file 1 in read mode. Okay, so if file 1 doesn't exist, it will give you error. Okay, so first we have to make sure file 1 exists and it has content, and file 2 we are opening in write mode because we want to create it. Then line is equal to f1 dot read line. So f1 dot read line will read first line of the file 1, file 1. Then while line is not equal to, like, empty string, empty, so like it will read, so it is not empty, then f2 dot write line plus slash n. So slash n because we want to write next line into, so line by line, so we want to write next line, that's why we're in new line here. So first it will write the first line of the file 1 into file 2. Okay, then it will go to next line. Now again we'll read line is f1 dot read line. So now this line will be next line. Okay, so read line reads, so this will read next line of the content of the file 1. Now it will be keep going. So while loop we have used, so it will be going until all lines are read. And then we are opening file 2 in read mode because we earlier we have opened in write mode. Okay, so we are opening file 2 in read mode, so we have to read only file 2. So we are opening file 2 in read mode, and then printing f2 dot read. So we'll read f2 dot read will do what? It will read content of the file 2. Okay, and we are closing both the files. And then file 1, so we are asking user to enter name of the file 1, then name of the file 2. Okay, and then we are calling the function. So first let us check whether we have file 1 or not. So the program I have here, so you have to save the file at the same location. So chapter 9, right, assignment. So here, see, this is file 1. So let me open it. So see, like file 1 has this content. I'm Santosh, I'm good, how are you? So this is the content in file 1. And currently what is in file 2? So let's delete it, okay? So delete it. So nothing in file 2. Or we may delete the file itself and it will generate. So we can delete this, it will create file 2. So let me delete. So now there is no file 2 here, okay? So file 1 and file 3, so file 2 is not here. So now what will happen? Let me run the program. So after running, what will do? It will ask the name of the file. So file 1 I have saved. You may save by other name. So I have file 1 only. And file 2 you want to generate. So it's up to you. What do you want to generate a file? So I write file 2 only. Now check. So the content in file 2 is this. And now I will check file 2 must be generated here. Check. So I have deleted there. But now we have this file 2 and this has the content this. Okay. And so this. So you can do this, or maybe many of you must have already done it. Okay, so this was first question of assignment 9. So this second question. So second question is write a function that reads a file 1, and displays the number of words and the number of vowels in the file. So you know already how to find a number of words and number of vowels in a like string. So same thing you can do, because when you read a file, so each line is a string and the content of the file is a string. So you will do the same thing, just you will define a function and then uh, now you will open a file, then read the content, and then inside content you will just count the number of word and number of vowels. So how will you count number of words? So what is the way? Anyone tell me? So if in a content we want to count number of words, so how can we do that? So if you want to count number of words in a file or in a content, so how can we do that? How we can count number of words?
So it's the number of spaces plus one.
Right. So number of spaces we can count. Okay. Yes. So number of spaces and vowels. So like we will define what vowel is, like A E I O U, and then we'll count that. Okay. So let's check. Right. You're right. So now, so this is second question. So what is saying? We have defined a function 2 and file 1, because we have content in file 1. We don't want to create another file. We just want to count the number of words in file 1, and we want to count vowels in file 1. Okay. So f1 is f1, we are opening a file in read mode because file 1 already exists. So we are opening the file 1 in read mode. Data is f1 dot read. So f1 dot read will do what? It will read entire content of the file. Okay. And read lines will read only one line. Read line, not lines. So f1 dot read line will do one line at a time. Okay. But f1 dot read will read entire content. Now initially word is 0 and vowels are 0 for character in data. So data is a string, right? Or you say content, right? So content in a file are string actually. So for character and string data, if character is space or character is new line. Okay, so we want to we read entire content. So we encounter space or we encounter new line. So we'll do what? We'll increase words by one. No words, yeah, by one, and then if character is like encounters with a e i o u small or a e i o u capital, this is a string. So if character is any one of it, then you increase vowels by one. Okay. And then number of words, so here words plus one we are doing. So words actually we were counting spaces or new line. and adding one, because if we have two space means there are three words, you know? So and their vowels printing. So actually these thing you already know, है these thing we already know how to find vowel in this. Just here is use how to use in file, है so but just we define the function, and in parameter is file, we are opening the file, then we read the content, and then we are doing the same thing we were doing for strings. These thing are same. Then if we open the file, we must close the file. So f1 dot close will do two things: one saving and other closing, so it close the file as well as it save the file. F1 dot close. And now file 1, so we are asking the user to write the name of the file 1, and then uh, calling the function we defined. So calling the function means we are asking a number of words and number of vowels. Just run it. So file 1 we already have, so you can see here file 1 we had. mm, File 1 we had this. So if you count how many words it has, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Actually this will also be counted as one word and here, so you may remove it if you want. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so number of words. Okay, if you want number of vowels, so we may count vowels, then we can match whether it's getting correct answer or not. So like I is 1, A is 2, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 12 or 13, 10 11 12, I think 12. So let me check whether it's giving. So just run the program and see what it's giving. So if I run it, so they're asking the file name. Okay, so file name is file 1 only, you may save with other name. So number of word is 9 and number of vowels is 13. So check whether I was counting wrong or what. Okay, 1 minute. So let me just, this was first. Okay, 1 minute. So if I read the content, so first you have to open it again. So let me open again. F1. And then we'll do what? Print F1 dot read. Okay. So now if I run the program, so again asking file name, file 1. Okay, so check. This is the content. So check. Is it right? Output is correct or not? Word 9 is fine. And vowels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, sorry. 13. Yeah. OU. I was missing U. Okay. Fine, fine. So OU. There are 13. So output is correct. Okay. So initially I was not counting U. So that's what wrong. So it is fine. So what is third question? So this was second question. Okay. So these are easy one. And third, if I see, so third question is write a function that takes data to be stored in file 1 as interactive input from user until it responds with nothing as input. Each line taken as input from the user should be capitalized. So we have the function to capitalize stored in the file 1. Okay, so the third question, assignment 9. So what we are doing, defining a function 3, file 1 is parameter. F1 we are opening file in write mode, because if file does not exist, it will create, and we want to write the content. Okay, that's why we are opening in write mode. And if file already exists, it will overwrite it. So file 1 will be recreated with no content. It will overwrite, and then whatever we will write will be in that. So data input. So we are asking data, the content of the file from the user. Okay, so as a string you will enter, while data is not empty, you'll do what, f1 dot write. So f1 dot write do what, it writes the content into file 1. Okay, so it will write data dot capitalize. Okay, so what is the meaning of capitalize? What was the meaning of capitalize? Anyone tell me? Capitalize means what? Then we are asking data, write again data. Okay, while loop, in while loop, f1 we are opening in read mode, then we are reading the content. So first we are writing, then we are reading. Okay, and then so let us see what happens. So it will ask you the file name. So let me write something else, huh? Suppose I say file what, 10. Okay, enter data. So like write I am good. Okay, enter the data. So it will take until you enter without writing anything. Okay, and if I enter nothing, so this is, so see, capitalize means, capitalize do what, first letter in the string it will make capital. Okay, so first word will make it capital, first letter will make capital. So this was the content, and now we are capitalizing it. So this was the command. Okay, already. And it just would be capitalized, stored in the file 1. So now we can check whether it's stored or not. So file 10 will be created, check here. So file 10 is created, and I'm good, how are you? So it capitalizes first letter in each line, it will make capital. So capitalize with that. Okay, fourth one is what, write a function that reads the file 1 and copies only alternative lines to another file 2. Alternative lines copies should be odd numbered line, handle also. So see, it is similar to question 1. Question 1 we were writing all the content from file 1 to file 2, is it? And in fourth question we are only copying alternative lines, like first line, third line, fifth line, only we are copying. So I would say you have seen the first program. So based on that, you write the program for the fourth question. So I will ask you to share a screen. So I'm again showing the first question to you. You just take help from there. Those who have done, good. Those who have not done, do it now. So take help from this question. First one, you can take help and write. You just have to transfer, copy the odd lines from the file 1 to file 2. Okay, so you write now. You can take help from this program. So I'm showing you this one. So this program you can take help, and you have to write the answer for fourth. So write a function that reads the line file 1 and copies only alternative lines to another file 2. Alternative line copies should be odd numbered lines, like first line, third line, fifth line. Handle all exceptions that can be raised. So you please write. Okay, everyone. So you can take help from this program, and you please write answer for the fourth question. Fourth question. Okay. I will tell your name, and then you have to share screen. So please write it. Okay. Yes. Have you done? Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. So you need that. Just wait 1 minute. Question one was this. Writing in chat. This was one first question. So on chat I have given you the code for the question one. Okay. So anyone tried? So logic is simple. Like how will you count the lines? Actually, line was f1 dot read line. So read line will write first line. So you have to start the count, right? When you read first line, count is one, and you increase count when you go to next line. So anyone would like to share the answer of fourth question assignment? This. So only you write, then handle exceptions. We can also add this thing. So handle exception, you just ignore it now. But just you write the program like question one. So what will you do? How will you improve? Is it? Yes. So in this is just I rated first question, so you can see here function one, actually same function I named like in first question it was, so I may write it 4. Okay, f4. And file 1, file 2, these are the parameters. F1 we are opening file 1 read mode, file 2 in write mode. Line is f1 dot read line, so f1 dot read line will read the first line of the file 1. Count is 1, so when it reads first line we are starting count as 1. And while line is not empty, and this we are checking. Okay, so when count modulo 2 is 1 means count is odd. So when count is odd, you write f2 dot write line plus new line, so only you write those lines where count is odd, so this you need to add only, right? So rest part are same like question 1. Okay, so you just need to add this one. So in question 1 you just add this count. You know, when you read first line count is 1, and count will be increased like this. It will read second line, third line, so accordingly count will also increase. Now we are opening the file 1, reading file 1, content of file 1. We are opening file 2 in read mode, reading content of file 2. Okay, so see if I run it. So file 1, the name is file 1. File 2, let's name it file 2 only. You may name something else. Okay, so it's up to you. Oh, something's wrong. So function one, oh, so I changed the name to F4 here. So I have to make F4 here, okay, in the bottom. Yeah, okay. So file one, file two. Now see. So initially the file one has this content. I'm Santosh, I'm good, how are you? And now file two has only this content. Okay. So what is doing? First line and third line it is printing. Okay. So if you want odd lines, so here you make it 0. So sorry, even lines, huh? So it will print now only even line. So like file 1, file 2. Yes, so this was the content of the file 1. Okay, and last one is the content of file 2, so it is just copying the second line, because we made it here count modulo 2 is 0. This you can do. Okay, so this was just reading, but at the end they have also written. So write the function that is the file 1 and copies only alternative lines to another file 2. Alternative lines copied should be an odd numbered lines. Okay, and now next line is handle all exceptions that can be raised. So now if you improve the program, so in try you will write all this. This you will write in try. You know? So you'll do what when you want to you can write try. Okay, and then you will improve it like this and make it one odd line. So make it one. You may write except, है ना? So try except here. So you may print file not found or something. So if something exception raised in try, except exception handles except handles it. So file not found, you can write something like that. Okay. Then again you can here write try. You may write something. If something happens like you can write something wrong like this. Okay. So you can do it. Right? Yes, I have done. I think so. Let me just open it. Yeah, so this is a thing you can do. uh, So everywhere you can add anywhere. So like this is the same question like one, just we added what. So try file 1, file 2, opening file 1 in read mode, file 2 in write mode. Then if error occurs, so you may remove this if you don't want, है ना? So by default any error comes, it will do this. Or you may write this, है ना? Except IO error. So when file not found, this line you are reading is line, count is 1. So while line is empty, है ना? When count modulo 2 is 1, means count is odd. So we are writing that line into file 2, and then again we are reading next line, count is getting replaced by 1. Okay, so this is done. Now we are reading file 1 and read mode. So you know, so we are just writing whatever content is inside file 1, and then here we are just printing the content of file 2, then closing the file. Now try file 1, file 2, you enter the name. Okay, except name errors if name does not exist or something like that. So print invalid name something, then we are calling the function. If I run it, okay, so this three line were in content, these are content of file 1, and last two line these are content of file 2. So you can do the similar way. Rest fifth and sixth question you can also do, so I will just show it, you can understand. So fifth is what, write a function that takes two files of equal size as input from user. The first file contains weight of the item, second file contains corresponding price. So this was in the PPT. This type of program we had in the PPT. So you can take help from PPT also. And I create another file that should contain price per unit weight of each item. Like uh, so first let me write. Huh? So we have to first make the file that contains weight or something. So let me just make it file 4 contains what? Okay, 4. 4 is the number. So suppose this is price, file 4. And file 5 contains what? 3. Okay, 3, or I make it 2. So 2 is the weight. So price per unit weight you want. So I will take input file 1 as file 4 and file 2 as file 5. So I will check what is the output. So this is question number 4 now. We want fifth. So fifth one you'll see. This fifth one. So function 1, file 1, file 2, file 3. The file 1 contain price, file 2 contain weight, and file 3 we have to generate price per unit weight. So we are opening file 1, file 2 in read mode because we already have this. File 3 we are opening write mode because we want to create it. Reading first line of file 1, then while line 1 is not empty, line 2 reading first line of file 2. Okay. Then price per unit weight is int of line 1 divided by int of line 2. Okay. And F3 dot write this. So we are writing this string in a string form. We are writing this. It will be float, ppw, price per unit weight, and then again reading line 1 and so on. Then opening file 3 in read mode, reading the content of file 3 and closing all the three files. Here file 1 we are asking user to write the name of the file 1, name of the file 2, and name of the file 3, and then calling the function. So let me just run it. What is the output? So file 1 I named there file 4. Is it file 4? And that was file 5. You may write something name, price, weight, name. File 3 we want to create by which name? Suppose I name price per unit weight. Price per unit weight. File name is price per unit weight. So answer is 2. And you check here. So 2, if you want, we may read the content of that. So just we are reading now only file 3. We may read file 1, file 2. Okay. So like if I say F1, you know, reading file 1 in read mode, then read the content. File 2, F2 is opening file 2 in read mode. Okay. So now let me so that was file 4, file 5, and I said price per unit weight or something else you can name. Price per unit weight 1. Okay, enter. So 4 was the price in file 4, 2 is the weight in file 5, and price per unit weight it is 2, 4 upon 2. Okay, so this you can do. And the last question, rest are just you copy paste and run it. So this you can do after. Sixth is write a function that reads the content from the file poem.txt and count the number of alphabets, blank spaces, lowercase letters, uppercase letters, number of words. So this we have already done there, na? Like how we count the word and vowels. Similarly, you can do. So one file you will create, and inside you will have content. Then you have to count number of alphabets, then number of blank spaces. Using count you can do lowercase letters, uppercase letters, number of words starting with a vowel, and the number of occurrence of word beautiful in the file. So this you can do. You just do it yourself. Rest I have done. Rest is uh, just copy paste run it. So this was assignment of chapter 9. Now assignment of chapter 10. Okay. So you already have two files, right? We have a scene in the PPT. If we see, so in the PPT we had two programs, right? You have the PPT, so it has one program is person. And actually, this will be used subsequently. So this program is here, this class person, and this program will use again and again next chapter. So you have to save this program, and it will be used because we can call or we can import a class as a module. So this program person you have to save, and the last part of this PPT was this my date. The class was my date. So here we were just printing the date, and we were writing. I think you have in last class you all were doing this. So have you written this program, these two programs, because this will be used again and again in the next chapter, chapter 11, class 2. So I mean, have we completed this or not? Chapter 10, according to PPT. I think we have done. It was something like what is class, introduction, then syntax of class. This was a program. Then constructor. Constructor is this double underscore INIT double underscore. This is the constructor. So this construct object in a class. And there were destructor. So destructor was this delete. You first define this, and so we decrease count by one, like here. So we define this, and we just decrease the count by one, when we delete something. So this delete count. So we have seen. Then there was a thing like you can import. You can import a class as module. So like I will show you here. Okay. And the last part of the PD was date class. So like this was the program, a class my date, and this self is object, okay, and these are variables. So okay, let me show you a few programs so you understand. So see, class one, this was the this I will be using again and again. So you have already seen this in last class. So class name is person, and then this initializing the object self with this variable, and so just yeah. So initially it was this, and here we had also like if you remember P1 was two object here. Anything. So person is like name is ABC, and date of birth anything like. So this person is a object. Sorry, P1 is object. Person is class actually. Variables are name, date of birth, and this. So if I run it, so you have seen. Just I'm repeating. Then I will start next chapter after assignment. So if I run it, what will happen? Yes. So what is printing? Name, date of birth, address. So, okay. So this was a constructor constructing class, constructing object of a class. This was destructor. Okay, so here count is getting increased by 1 when we define new object, and here count is decreased by 1 when we delete an object. Okay, rest thing are same. So this you have seen, and next second program is what? So I would say everyone must write these two program because this will be used. So how will you do that? Story what? Oh, so class 2 was that like we were importing the name of the file was class 1, but I changed the name, so it will not get it, and I changed the location also, so I have to update it. Okay, one thing you can note here, person, okay, and we can also import, so like from, it's class 5 I think, so I have to change, import, my date was the class name, this content. So P1 if I define here, like there I defined, so person, and inside that let's say is ABC as we defined here, comma. Now I write my date. This was the module, okay, and so it was like 2 3, like 2012 suppose. Okay, so this was my date is a module. So actually I'm just it was a class, so I'm just calling that class from that class from this file. So file I have to change. Location I also have to change. They actually when I showed in last class, it was on desktop, but now it is not on desktop. So I have to change the location. And here is what address. So address anything right? Okay. So if I write print p1, so what do you think? First, print p1. Okay. So see here person. This is actually class. So this file name is changed. So first let me just see. So see the program is this. So first I have to change the name of the program. And my date program was this. So this was the program. Yeah, my date. So class one underscore person. So here I have to rename that class one underscore person. It's the name of the file. And location here class 5 underscore my date. This is a file name. Okay. And this is the class. So location I have to change. So here I will do what? Just you go anywhere, properties, and copy the location. And you update it. Otherwise, it will give you error. Okay. So see, currently if I run it, it will create problem. So what it say? Oh, it is running. Yeah, because it is on the same location. So that's why not. Like if you don't write this, still it will work. Why it will working? Can anyone tell? Uh, so we are just running it and it's working. Why? So why location is not required here? Why path is not required? Anyone can tell me? Repeat, repeat. Yes, basically your voice is not audible to me clearly. Yes, yes. Current program. No, no. The question is why we do not need to import that. Like earlier it was this, right? So here I used to write. I should write the location like this. But actually this thing is not required here. Not required here. Still it will work. So usually we write the location when files are at different locations. So things are this program, this program, and this program which we are running. All three are at the same location. So that's why they don't need to, है ना? You don't need to tell them the location to search. So they will search in the current file. Yeah, I think you were saying same thing. So that's right. Suppose see if I this program, let me just copy it. Let me just shift it to desktop, okay, or cut it. So just cut it and let me just shift it to desktop, and you will see then it will create problem. So I just shifted that program class one dot person underscore person in this program. I shifted to desktop. Now let me run it. Will it give the output again? So check. No, this is creating problem now. You check. So why it is happening? So this is giving the wrong because no module named class one underscore person. So earlier it was not required because this file and this file both, okay, but are the same location. But if files are at different location, you're importing from different location, so you have to give them a path. So like if I write here, so I have to write, where we are importing this. So here suppose that file, Okay, so let me just this, I think I saved it to there. Yeah, so I bring it here. Now I will run it, so it will work. So the thing is, you have to tell the location when files are at different locations. So if it is the same file, current file, you don't need to do that. It is working because all three files are on the same location. If they are at different location, you have to tell them. So the thing, what I wanted to tell you, that person is a class. Okay, here you say I'm importing that class. So we have just given it location of my date, and then it is that class is imported here. If you don't write this line, again it will not work. If you don't write this, so they will tell you what is my class. It will not understand what is my class. So problem is, so my date, sorry, my date is not defined. Okay, so this is not defined. So we are importing that program. Okay, and here location. So I will write, because in case of different. So we have to write the location. Okay, so it will work. So if you don't give the path, still it will work, because they are the same location. Anyway, so I wanted to tell her that we are importing that class here. Okay, I did. And that program is being used here. So that program is being used here. If I run more, so what is class 3? So class 3 is same thing, I think. So I will just show you, and then I will go to next chapter. The same program, just here. Yeah, we are deleting, these are deleting. This we have done in last class. So deleting person 1, then counting person dot count, deleting person 2. This we have done in last class. Okay, so this delete, this was the destructor. So person dot count get decreased by 1 when we delete, when we delete something. This was destructor. And so more or less this was the thing. So I would say first all of you write this. Otherwise, how will you? So you should write these three programs at least. So three programs means the first one, this class one person, what have I written. So I will written it. So everyone write. Just I want you to check whether it's working for your system. Are you getting? You just write it. So quickly you write it. Uh, just open it. So three programs you need to understand, because this will be next chapter also. That's why I want. So first this one, you write this program. I think you have written. Is it yes or no? In last class, have you written this program? No. Okay, so write it now. So one is this program person, because this will be used in whole chapter, next chapter, in chapter 11. This person class, my date class, that will be used. So if you want to run the program, you must have this program in your system. Otherwise, how will you import? So to import, you should have that program in your system. So for that, you write it, save it, and then you have to use that class into other program. So these three program you have to write. Two is main part, and third one is this one, my date program. So both are in PPT, so you can also write from PPT. This is also in the PPT, and the person class is also in the PPT. Okay. So I just want you to run it in the system, so I can help you. I can write the code in your chat also. You can copy it from PPT also, but you run it, make sure you understand each line. Okay. So this is a person class, and this is a person class, and this is class my date. This two, right? And third one, what was here? So this was three. So this three was just here. No, not three. Fourth. Employee, this will come later on. Six. This I think you have done in last class. This I was doing now. Yeah. So my date, and we are comparing it. Name of the program that I was doing. So do you remember the name of the program? So what was the name of that program? The output of this. This was the output. What was the name? Okay, everyone, please write this two program first. So you write this two. Okay, you write this two program first. This my date and person. And then I will ask your name. You have to share a screen whether it's working or not, because if this will be working, then next program we will be writing in next chapter, that will be using these two programs. So make sure these two programs are working, then you can use it to the other program. Just paste it in chat. Just write it. As well. The first part of this code. Next part is this. Just copy paste and just run it in your system. Then I will ask your name. You have to share it. Just run it. This is a program you save as a name person. So in the book they have written as a name person, but I have saved it as class one underscore person. So whatever name you fill, but you have to import that. So just remember you have to import that. Okay. And second one was this. So first you write this class person. and also write this program my date. This was that no? I was asking for class 2. So here we were using. So all of you just write this three program. Third one I was looking for this one. Here we are using both the person class and my date class. Okay, so let me ask are we done or not. So this I've already given you in chat. You just copy paste and run it whether working or not. This is section K. Okay. Hmm. So Ravi Raj, have you written this code? हाँ लिखो चैट में है, या तो खुद लिख सकते हो या अगर मन नहीं हो तो कॉपी पेस्ट करो, उसको रन कराओ, मैंने रन कराओ. सेजल राज, have you written this code? हाँ write it. I will ask you again. Everyone, those who are not saved. Sabyasachi, absent. Monica, Monica absent. Soumya Saurav, Abdullah Tabiz. Have you written this code? लिखो लिखो हाँ. So till 10, you have the syllabus till for mid sem chapter till 10 will be asked, but we'll start chapter 11 also next class. I will do something. So anyone who have done this, it's working for you. Are you getting output? Anyone? Okay, okay. So just anyone share? I think who will share? Yes, Aditya, you share screen and then so whether it's working or not. Yes, yes, one. So, yes, yes, visible. And okay, yes, person one fine. Okay, then working. We are getting output. Yes, 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 fine. So others can also do. See, so just you make sure it's working for you and save it, and it will be used later on. Yeah. Thank you, Aditya. So the next one you have to do is that next program is this my date. So class my date. So this was the person. Okay, class person, and next program is my date. This one. So we were creating this object with a variable state month year, day month year. So this we have understood in last class. So we were printing. So you just run it. So I will also help you if those who don't want to write it. But make sure it works in your system. Then later on we will be importing it. You will be able to import if you have this program in your system. Okay, so this one also I have given you a chat. You just copy paste and just make sure it's working for you. So next we will share. First you write, and those who will be able to share, please write in chat. So first write it, check it's working, and if you have done, then write in chat. So this my date class is working for you. Thank you. हाँ रोटी देना, दोनों देना चलेगा। मिक्स आता है क्या? रोटी कितने देते हो? और सिर्फ रोटी चाहिए तो? तो रोटी ही देना, सिर्फ रोटी। हाँ सात। अच्छा, नहीं मिला। 301 हाँ ये 301. So those who will be done, like it's working for you, you can write in chat. Then you can share the screen. This program, class my date. Okay, Snigdha. So you can share screen. Okay, so run it. So, okay. Okay, okay, working. So okay, so this is a program, class might. Yeah, thank you, Sanita. So others can also do. So just make sure it's working and save it with the name. I remember the name, so you can import that, as a module. So first program, I said you to write is person class. Okay, and next one is my date. So class my date, and third one. So first, everyone make sure both programs are working for you. And then the third one you have to write is this. The third one is, and then this I will check whether it's working for you. The chapter 10 will be over, and I will discuss some questions of your assignment also now. So chapter 10 today will over, and this part till then it will be part of your mid sem, and end sem there are 15 chapters. Okay, so in the next class we'll start chapter 11. Yes, yes. अभी तक तो वही है, क्या डेट था, 24 जनवरी ना. हाँ, मिड सेम 24 जनवरी है, और एंड सेम का डेट पता चल गया होगा तुम लोगों को भी. हाँ, तो यही डेट रहेगा. So those who have done both the program, you can write this one. So here we are importing, है ना. So if your files are at different location, then you can import using path. Otherwise, if it's at the same location, then you can do. So this program I can run in Jupyter also. So suppose I run in Jupyter, so I have to give the path. So this is chapter 10. So currently it will. So let's see. So, okay, yeah. So we have, suppose I remove here. So in the ideally, if you remove this, it will work. But here, if I working, because we have given already path. That's why, or what? It's working. Actually, this program we have already here also. That's why it is taking. So this already, we have this program, person class and all this. This is saved here also. That's why. So it is importing from that. My date is also here, so that's it. My date is also here. That's why it is importing from that. Okay. So everyone, after writing that too, you write this one also. So this one I will not write in chat because it's a small program. You can write it now. Right? This is not much big program, so it will not take much time. So first program you can save, that was person, class person. Second program my date, and third one is this. So third one is just to show you we are importing. Okay, that class person and my date, and we are using into third program. No, we have not defined person explicitly here, and we have not defined my date explicitly here. We are just importing it, from the other file. So please everyone write this. This is the third. Then I will discuss a few questions of your assignment of this chapter, and then if time permit, we may discuss next chapter also, some programs. So those who have done this, you may write in chat. So I might tell you to share screen. Oh, so which one? Screen is not shared. So I was telling about this program, this one. This is the third one. Okay, first you have already written person class. Second one my date. Third one is this. So everyone write this, and we are using both the class here. है ना? Person class and all. We have not defined person and my date explicitly here. So please write this and share screen to show whether it's working for you or not. Okay, so let me just start a little bit again. So next is Avi Lipsa. So please write this code. Have you written this one? Third one, this program, third program. Okay. Okay, so first two is required to run the third one. So third one will run only for those who will write the first two. Then third one only will work for them because we are importing that. Yes, you write it, and I may show you and Jupyter also. This is the that program is this. Aditya Narayan, Pratiksha. This is attendance also. So Aditya, are you present? Aditya Narayan, Pratiksha, Sadam Hassan. So please write this code. Have you written this? This code you write and run it. अभी समझ आया क्या? Okay, Aditya Narayan. Hmm. So write this program and check whether it's working or not. So I will ask your name. You have to say. Pratiksha is absent. Sadhan Hassan is present. Sadhan Hassan is present. Satya Subdarshi, Priyajit, Abhishek Panda, Prasanjit. Yes, Prasanjit. So please write this code. Have you written it? Okay, write it. This is required in case you save your file at different location. Otherwise, you can start from here. You can start from here. And this is the name of the program you save, and this is the class person. This is the name of the program you save, and this is the class. Harshvardhan, Swastik, okay, Vivek, Sumit, Somendra, okay, Ujjwal, Ayushman, Basant, Sasank, Sizel, Swapnasri. You have done writing. What? Okay, okay. Yes, yes. So to run this program, you need to have that program, person and my date. है ना? So only those can run this. Those who have this two program, last two program you have, then only you can run this. Okay, Swan Sarthak, Kriti, Aniket, Aniket is also Saubhagya. Have you done this program? This one, screen visible. Okay, okay. Akash Kumar. So please write this code. So there's third program. Third program you will be able to run if you have first two program, person in my class, and person in my date. Rishi, okay. Snigdha has shared already one program. Other will share this time. Amitav, Aditya Singh, done. So can you share? I think you have shared once, right? Already. Yes, yes. So wait for the others. Okay. Abhishek Misra, Kisan Raj, Lipsita. Have you done this program? Mhm. Aditya Kumar, Madhusmita. So have you done this one? Third doing okay. Third program. Ayush. Okay. Madhumukhi, Pankaj. Have you done this program? Third one. Okay. Sandeep. So have you done this program? Third one. Okay. Kumar Chandrasekhar, Sumit, Kumar Thakur, Priyambada, Tanmay. Have you done this? Okay. Aditya Gupta, Aniket Nayak, okay. Abhishek Sahu, Anurag, Saurabh. Have you done or just doing? First two program I have given in the chat. So for all information of all, the class person and class my chat, both program I have given in chat. You just copy paste it and make sure it works for you. Then after that you write it. So this I have not given in chat. This you have to write. Third one. First two program is already in chat. You copy paste and then uh, correct it if something is wrong, like indentation and all. Then you run. Vaishnavi. Okay. So yesterday you were not present. I mean last class. Okay. Shivam Singh, Aswani Kumar, Subhajit, present, writing, okay. Sangram, writing, all done. Harshita, okay. Mm-hmm. Kriti, have you done this program? Okay. Okay. So to write this program, you need to write first two program also. So, to run this program, you need to write first two program also. So you write all, no problem. You write it. You can take help from others if you need. So I think only one of you have already done. I think it's Aditya only. Yeah, who have done this one, third program, and working for them. Okay. Mm. Okay, so it's working. Run it. Fine. Okay, fine, fine. Yeah, thank you. So others also make sure it's working. So if you are doing ideally, so you just save all the three program at the same location. So you don't need to write all this location and path or you don't have to write. But if you save at the location, you have to give the path. Okay, the Somendra is also done. Yes, Somendra, you can share. Okay, run it. Program is visible, but output is not. So I think you minus it or you just go to that location. देखो बगल में वो टैब होगा उस टैब को ओपन करो जिसमें आउटपुट आ रहा है. Fine. ठीक है. So it's working A B C and all. Fine. Yeah, thank you, Samantha. So others, please make sure it's working because this program will also come in next chapter also. Same program will be using in next chapter also. Okay, so I hope those who have not done, you do it by today. Okay, so just write the program person, then my date, and then we were importing both in the third program, and just we were working. So now let's discuss one two question of that assignment, and then today, we'll just finish that this 10th chapter, then we'll start 11th chapter later. So the first one, Rami, write a Python class to convert an integer to a Roman numeral. Okay, so you already know, है ना? Like one is I, two is double I, na? Three is triple I, like that. Four is IV, and five is V, six is VI, and seven is V double I, eight is V triple I, nine is IX, and 10 is X. So like that. Okay. So those were problem. First you understand Roman numeral, and then you have to convert accordingly. So what do you do? Suppose say 11. So 11 will be what? Xi. So first you divide by 10, then it will give you, yes, so 10 you subtract 1 and 1 you can write I. No? And the first you have to make the algorithm. So how will you write that? So you will give input as an integer and output should be a Roman numeral. Okay. So you can define two class, two set, not set. है ना? Dictionary you can do, but two list you can define. And then map you can map them. Yes. Okay, so I will show you how to do. Chapter 10, na? Yeah. So first, if I show, so okay, let us understand this. So class we have defined, the name of the class is Roman, okay, and then inside class we are defining a function int to Roman, integer to Roman, self and common number. So value we are defining, so you know the rule hai na? 1 is I in Roman, 4 is IV, 5 is V, okay, 9 is IX, 10 is X, okay, then 40 is, so L is 50 actually, so XL is 40, 50 is L, then 90 is XC, so 100 is C in Roman, then 400 is CD, so D is 500, so C is 100, then 500 is D, and 900 is CM, so M is 1000, so CM is just 100 less. So this we define. Now initially Roman is empty, okay, and I is 0, we are starting. So while number is more than 0, so you enter some number, so like here you can see, so initially we have given 10. So x is equal to number, and we are doing integer division by value I. Okay, I will be increasing. So I will be increasing here. So initially I will be like 0. So it will divide by 1000. It will create what? 0. Is it? Yes. So x will be 0. Then I will increase 900. So I'm working for 10. Okay. So initially the number is 10. So I'm just, you just, you can write it also. Just see carefully. So number initially I have, okay. So variable is this. So this is class dot, and this is the object, and this is a variable. Okay. So number is what? Number is 10. So what I'm saying, 10 is more than 0. Yes. So x is number integer division by value I. No, VA value I. So I will start with 0. So divide by this 1000. It will create 0. So in that case, Roman is Roman plus Roman I into x. So x time you will write that x times, and it will divide by 900, still 0, divide by 500, so it will keep going. So when it divides by 10, it will produce 1. Okay, so x will be 1 when I reaches here. So value I is 10, then x will be 1. So Roman is equal to Roman plus, so plus equal to, so Roman plus Roman I into x, so x is 1. So Roman I, so corresponding to 10, we have here, so index we are using, okay. So Roman I is x, so it will be x into 1. So x once. It will be keep doing. Now what we are updating that number. Updating number how? Number is equal to number minus this one. Value I into x. So like x was 1, so means 10 into 1, 10. So for 10 we have already written the Roman na? So we are subtracting that. Value I into 10. So like here for the 10, number is equal to number minus. So 10 minus, and this is value I, 10 into 1, 10, the 0. It will be 0. So while loop will stop working, and it will return x. For next, okay, let's check for 17. So when we will be doing for 17, 17 is more than 0. X is 17 upon value I. So again, it will start dividing by 1000. It will create 0. So 0, I mean 0 in the sense x is 0. So Roman I into 0. So it will, Roman will not be, will be nothing. Then 900. So when it will divide by 10, check. So x, when number is 17 and value I is 10. So 17 upon 10, integer division, it is 1. So x is 1 here. So Roman I. So corresponding to that 10, we have x. So x into 1. So x into 1 will be x. So Roman is equal to Roman plus x. Initially it is empty. Okay. So it will be x now. And now number will be updated by number minus value I, that was 10, into 1. So 10 you subtract. So number is now 7. Again I will increase like that, and then you will do what? Next it will divide by 9. Okay, because 10 we have done, so I will be increasing. So for these many I, Roman was 0. I mean it was initially empty only, and then when divide by 10, so it is x. Now 7, so for 7 you will divide 7 by 9, so it will be 0, not working. Then 7 by 5, 1. Okay, so 7 by 5 you will do, so it will create again 1, so x is 1 again. The Roman is equal to Roman plus, so corresponding to that 5 you have ix. Sorry, ix is 9 now. So corresponding to 5 you have v. Yeah? Corresponding to this 5 you have v. So it will add xv. Okay, so Roman is equal to Roman plus that. So it will create x and plus v. So now Roman is xv, and number will be subtracted by 5, so it will remain 2. So remain 2. 2 will be divided by 1 then, and I will divide by 4, it will create 0. So 0 is, it will not consider. uh, X is 0, then it will not consider. When value I is 1, so 2 will be divided by 1, so it will be 2. So x is 2 now, so Roman I into 2, so corresponding to 1 you have I, so it will be double I, and it will be added now. So initially it was x v I I, so finally it will return x v I I. So similarly you can do for others. So let me check. So x was for 10, x v I for 17, and similarly for others. Okay, so this way, so just you have to define a class, rest thing are similar. So this in general, if they tell you take integer input and print Roman value, so you can do this way. So just we are using class here, so you define class and then do the same thing inside that. Okay. So first was this converting integer to Roman. Okay, next is Roman to integer, now converts. So here division will not work, na, Roman to integer, so you have to write in other way. Integer to Roman was this. So first you need to know the algorithm and then you implement it. So you have to do it yourself. Huh? So I will show one more. Although I have done. So rest you have to try. And tomorrow is the last day to update. So upload the assignment. So there only you have 8 9. Okay, you upload 8 9 only. For 10 I will give you time. So just upload 8 9 till 15, and I will give you 5 more days to for 10 chapter. 10 other this one. So till 20, I will upload one more Google form link to upload assignment of chapter 10 till 20. Okay, so second is Roman to integer. So if you write Roman to integer, so you'll do what? And also online helps are available. You can try there. If you don't feel still you're stuck, then you can ask me, or you can discuss among yourself with your friends, and you try to solve. So here what we are doing, just we defined the class numeral, and the function we define Roman to integer, self Roman. So where you defined a dictionary actually. Okay, so key value, so I correspond to 1, v correspond to 5, x correspond to 10. There may be some different ways, you know, it depends on you and how you think. L 50, c 100, d 500, and m is 1000. Okay, then n is the length of Roman. So like if you write, suppose like you write XVI, like you were writing for 7 now. So XVI, so 17. Okay. So length will be what? XVI, 4. Okay. And number in cell is 0, I is 1. So while I is less than equal to n, so what is n? N is the length of that Roman. Okay. So Roman will take as a string. Okay. So check this program. Are you getting? So this way you can try. You can try your own way also, but it should work. So try your way. Third, I think also, yeah. So I can say third, what is third question? Write a Python class to get all possible unique subset from a set. So you know what is a subset, then accordingly you can write. If I show you, so here what we are doing, define a class subset, then a class is subsets, okay, and then function we define get subsets, self, current, and subsets. So current is empty here and is set. set. So subset I want of this, all subsets of this. So this is one of the way. Okay, you can try some other way also. But its assignment is for you, so you try all, and if you stick, then I can help you. Time is already passed. So everyone, please try assignment chapter 9 and chapter 10. Okay, and upload it by tomorrow. In Google Form link. In the next class, we'll start next chapter. So next chapter is class 2, I think. Yeah. So okay, we'll see. So you just finish by yourself. You can take help from PPT, from book. Okay, online you can take help. And you try. Okay, so attendance I'm done. So anyone who think he's left, you can ask. Otherwise, those who I asked the name, so I already marked the attendance. Ah, Kriti done. Okay. Anyone else? Aniket Das. रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर बताओ रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर. हाँ अनिकेत दास ओके हो गया ठीक है नेक्स्ट विवेक कुमार. तुम लोग अभी सो के उठे हो क्या तुम सब. अच्छा जिन्होंने रिस्पॉन्ड किया होगा उनका लगा है लाइक ऋषि का सोहेब सिंह जिसका नाम मैंने लिया है और तुमने रिस्पॉन्ड किया है तब सो अब प्रेजेंट मैंने तभी लगा दिया था. सो वन बाय वन रजिस्ट्रेशन में बताओ ऋषि का आई थिंक हो गया है वो लगा रखा है मैंने. हाँ स्वास्तिक का भी हो गया है ठीक है. हाँ सीजर तुमने रिस्पॉन्ड किया था तो लगा दिया होगा तुमने. हाँ हो गया है हो गया. अभिषेक साहू का अभिषेक मिश्रा में साहू ना बेटर रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर बताओ बेटर रहेगा ढूंढना मुश्किल है. साहू का हो गया है. हाँ हो गया अभिषेक साहू का हो गया है. और किसी का बाकी सबका हो गया. अश्विनी रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर बताओ. अश्विनी कुमार पांडे ठीक है ठीक है. लास्ट 4 5 हाँ हो गया ठीक है. और कोई. ठीक है फिर विल मीट इन नेक्स्ट क्लास थैंक यू. यस. हाँ हाँ संदीप तुमने रिस्पॉन्ड किया है तब सो मैं जिसका भी नाम लिया है क्लास में इफ यू रिस्पॉन्ड देन आई मेक प्रेजेंट. सो यू आर प्रेजेंट. Okay, okay, then we'll meet in next class. Thank you.